Welcome to Xbox Uncuts, episode 318. I was about to say 118. I don't know why, but 318. We are counting down till I don't know. Not sure where I'm going with this, but well, you know what? We're counting down till when Eric will join us one day because he's not here today, but maybe one day. Hoping soon. Today I do have the wonderful Will with me. What's going on, Will?
Hey, what's going on? Not much.
I'm
Should be another
sorry
good show.
Eric's not here, sir. Sorry.
Well, I'm sure he'll pop up at some point, hopefully.
We also
But
have
yeah,
the wonderful Steph.
What it do? I'm here.
How you doing, Steph?
Yeah. Man, just chilling.
Josh wants to make sure we all know that we are counting down till the Xbox Series X release as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a mystery date. Yeah. Darth Vidar says he wants Vern. I'll try. I'll send him a message.
Vern is very incognito.
Yeah. He I think he's playing Call of Duty right now with his wife. So
yeah, I always like having Vern on though. He's a good dude. I like him. He's a good fellow.
Darth is back. Well, we appreciate it. We
Yeah,
appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
Talk about people coming back. We have an email, people. It's an email.
This is something I haven't seen in quite a long time. I forgot what they were.
Yeah, it's a collection of letters, nouns, adjectives, pronouns, stuff like that. It says, "Hey, Dustin, Jason, Steph, Will, and whoever else is on the show but not been mentioned. That's that Eric. Greetings from across the pond. Hope you are all safe and well. Let me congratulate you all on a great show. I've been a long-time listener, though I've missed a lot of shows over the last 12 months or so due to life getting in the way. However, it is good to be back and looking forward to listening regularly again. I'm looking forward to the next generation of Xbox, which leads me into my first question." All right, this is a little bit of a long email, so this is going to be interesting. "I wonder what you guys thought were on the forward compatibility of Xbox Series X. For instance, when we play Cyberpunk at release, we will be getting a graphically upgraded version of the game compared to the Xbox One S and X. However, will the PlayStation 5 version be a built for PlayStation 5 version? Are us Xbox players going to miss out on next-gen features, graphics aside, because the devs aren't taking advantage of other features of the hardware because they also play on base consoles? Will Series X miss next-gen features like higher intelligence, AI, great levels of immersion, and bigger worlds where more players for the first few years because of this? Games such as Scorn and The Medium where the developers said that these games are only able to run on Series X are obviously utilizing the new features, but we won't see these titles for a few years. Third-party software is important to all parties, and whilst Xbox first-party titles are to play across all the Xbox family for 2 years, what happens to the third-party titles? Are we going to see specific Series X specific titles sold alongside Xbox One or just graphical enhancements? Will PlayStation 5 get third-party titles that utilize and advanced features as their first-party titles have already shown, or also get dumbed-down versions to keep parity with PlayStation?" It says great graphics are an important part of moving to next gen, but they still aren't all I look for. I'm also looking forward to seeing where the extra power can be used to make games more immersive and creative. All right, who wants to tackle this first? I got my own little thing I can say about it, but
can we break it down sentence by sentence? That's 19 questions.
Well, this is just the first question. I got another one after this.
His level of detail, though, I really like his there's something I would do,
Yeah.
When I used to write into the show.
Yeah, same. Likewise, I did the exact same thing. I feel like there's maybe 9 things that I could comment on, maybe not 9 questions.
Yeah, I mean, he was so his first thing was basically the forward compatibility of the Xbox Series X. He said
Yeah.
he's saying it's a cool thing, but he's worried about it not having um more complex stuff because the Xbox basic one, the Xbox One basic, still has to hold these games as well. Is that what he's saying? Like he was trying to.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go
No, no, go ahead. You was already in stride. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I think only up to a certain point it's gonna like probably happen. Like, I don't think they're gonna the forward compatibility is gonna be an issue. Like, because I mean, they're almost essentially making two different versions anyway. Because the smart delivery, you're getting like a souped up version, and then the other version is kind of a very basic one. But I think with all the advancements with the technology, like the SSD and all that, graphically, I think you're gonna get all the good stuff. But AI and all the other stuff, hard to say. I don't know. It depends on how they make the game and how much that'll scale up or down. I don't know. I guess depends on. It really is just it's more of a design thing, I guess. So um, maybe a year into it or two. I don't expect to have more Xbox One games be cross gen, I guess. So hopefully that won't be like a permanent like a thing that goes on for too long. So we'll see. And I think I'll give it a year or two for them
Yeah.
to stop the forward compatibility stuff.
Right.
And honestly,
direct.
usually your
Oh,
first
go
year in a generation, you're not really pushing AI that much forward. Like it's usually graphics and people getting their feet ready for pushing more advanced techniques later.
Yeah. Besides maybe good crowds and stuff like that in Cyberpunk. Like I know like the demo that we first saw of Cyberpunk was like pretty busy crowds, and hopefully it retains that in the Xbox Series X and PS5 versions. Like over like the Xbox One version, which probably have like very reduced crowds and AI like routines. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
But I would
I
imagine it's
honestly
going to be,
forgot that game was coming out on last gen.
yeah. And I think you're just going to see it like how it is on PC, where you're just going to have different levels of the game. Both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 architecturally are very, very similar. Like even the Xbox One going to the Xbox Series X, you're still, x86. You're still, you're going to be dumbing down the Xbox One version and the PS4 version for sure. But this game was kind of built with them in mind, and that way they can bump up, not really bump down. So I wouldn't be concerned with that. But like I said, going into like next gen, like let's say Forza, we know Forza is not going to be released on Xbox One. Like it is going to be a Series X game. Like they announced a lot of games that are like at the showcase where they just aren't coming to Xbox One. So
I didn't realize that was for Forza. So just now, wow.
Yep,
Forza all their first party games were that are launching.
No, they said a year or two.
Game, right?
They said 1 to 2 years. So technically, starting not this coming up November, but the one after that, like none of those games have to technically be part of Xbox One. So like this is more of a like, hey, these were things that are probably going to be cross-gen doable anyway. Like they're still going to come out. They're still in that window of releasing on both consoles. So I honestly don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Like the Avowed and Fable and Forza and like all these other games are going to be, they're going to be there for people that bought an Xbox One a year ago. No, not those. They won't be. Like they'll be 2 years out. But at the same time, if you did buy an Xbox years ago, you'll still be able to play Halo. Like that's going to be part of it. Like, which I mean, I think is fairly fair, and it's the correct decision in that way. When they canceled the Series X, or not Series X, the Xbox One X, fucking names. That way, people aren't buying these super expensive machines to play. They can't say, "Oh, you sold me a machine that you're not going to support in a year." Well, no, we stopped selling them. Like they kind of pulled the plug on them. They haven't done that to the Xbox One S yet, and I'm curious if we eventually see that become their Fire TV, essentially, for under the TV, where you just hook up an Xbox One S, and then it allows you to either use XCloud to play next-gen games, or keeps the TV pass-through, but it's that $99 box that they can just kind of chuck out for you to play some video games on.
Yeah. Just to get my point in real quick before we move on. Like he was asked if he should be worried. I would be, in a way. Just I don't know. I just something about certain games, just the way they're looking, not super on point, just makes me not necessarily just worried for Xbox, just for next gen in general. I just don't feel like we're getting a good enough elite right out the gate. I mean, I would just be worried for early on in the gen, not so much the whole gen.
But yeah, I would argue that, COVID has had an impact on everybody in the industry, and that's why when you look,
but
I'm just saying when you look at the launch lineups, it's Halo and it's the DLC to Spider-Man. Like that's our launch window, and it's I don't think neither Sony or Microsoft planned to be that to be the kind of the big highlights. Like it's.
Right.
Everybody's been impacted by COVID. I don't think it's a hardware issue, though. I don't think it's like, man, the PS4 or the Xbox One are going to be holding us back. It's more, man, we can't, walk over to the next desk. So, I mean, I think everybody's going to be struggling with it when it comes to software. But I don't think it's a hardware issue. I just think it's a software issue. But, more intelligent AI... I mean, what you were talking about, Steph, is just more AI on screen.
No,
not more intelligent.
I mean, I just mean in general, not even just graphics and AI. I mean, I'm just talking about the games in general that we've seen just don't feel like that much of a leap so far. I mean, a couple of things that Sony showed, I thought Spider-Man looked really good, but it's still, pretty close to what we got on PS4.
No, yeah. I mean, stuff like that.
Horizon Zero Dawn looked good, but I mean, it still wasn't.
It's 3 years out.
30 frames, it's still nothing that we're going to get right now. I don't know if it's 3 years out, but it's out.
It's not coming out this Christmas, or I don't think it's going to be out next Christmas either.
No, it ain't going to be out this Christmas. But anyway, I was just wanting to get my opinion.
All right, next part of the question, number 2. I thought that the Xbox Showcase was a decent show. As you guys talked about last week, they showed a diverse range of games, and although there was a lot of trailers and non-gameplay reveals, the show had me hyped for what's to come. The Halo demo looked great, and I was happy that they are going back to the old school style, and that I've been... I'm sorry, I lost... Halo demo looked great. I'm happy that they've been waiting... I would have been wanting them to go back to. With the recent revelation that Halo Infinite multiplayer is going free to play, what do you think is the impact that this will be on the game and the community that play it? I myself usually steer clear of free to play models as I find them soulless, and I watch my kids pump loads of their pocket money into Fortnite to buy battle passes and skins, etc., buying keys to unlock other aspects of other games. This offers nothing to the gameplay, but I find that developers focus more on monetization and less on adding to the game. Maybe I'm old school, but I prefer to buy a full game and have access to all parts of it. Anyway, keep up the good work, guys. Stay safe and take it easy. Paul.
Oh, thanks, Paul, man. You're a good
All
dude,
right.
man. Thanks for the letter, obviously. Thank you very much. You're our first letter in months, so years maybe.
Yeah.
But I would say 343 came out and said there will be no money boxes, period, in Halo multiplayer. So it begs the question, how do they make money off this? Because it's free to play. I don't know the answer to that, because I really don't know what they're offering. Maybe battle passes?
Yeah, I'm guessing that might be a thing.
like a battle pass, and then maybe you get the battle pass if you're a Game Pass subscriber, and then that way, if you're not a Game Pass subscriber, you pay $10 for 50 days of a pass, and then it kind of pushes you to become a Game Pass subscriber because it's only $10 anyway, so you would get all the games.
That's a good idea for.
I mean, that was Vern's thought on it, to be honest. Like that's how they were going to push it.
Oh, props to Vern. Yeah, that's a good idea actually to offer the pass as a perk. I don't know how much they'll do that. Maybe a one-time thing, and then they'll add different things. The free-to-play stuff is interesting. I think actually that's a good move because they can launch that at the same time as the game independently, so that everybody can play it. You don't have to just buy the full game. I've actually kind of advocated for this because this is something that even Gears has, where they're packing the multiplayer with the game, but it has a lower population because not everybody buys the game and they don't have access to it. So I think that's a really good idea. Cosmetics, it's kind of a tricky area. I guess they can make them earnable, and then they'll have like more premium skins, like maybe that you can have through the pass or something. So I don't know. That's a little hard to say, but maybe I guess they're gonna have a similar thing to not the rec packs, but they're like earnable.
Oh yeah, they specifically said you won't have to buy like real money buy them, which does not exclude, like you're saying, like you earn 5 boxes doing these quests.
Right.
Like that totally could be a thing, and that wouldn't be loot boxes. Like, well, they wouldn't be payable loot boxes.
You think they're being very specific with the wording? Not loot
always,
boxes,
always.
Yeah, very possible. Very possible. I mean, I think STEPH is more. I think there's some more interesting than for STEPH, I guess, because well, we play multiplayer every once in a while, but STEPH is big into the multi too, though. So we think about this.
I mean, shit. Whether or not somebody else got to pay for that shit or not, I don't. I mean, I'm happy for everyone who's gonna hop on it now and all of that good stuff, but I was gonna play this shit no matter what. I mean, Halo's my shit. It's one of my favorite franchises, if not my favorite franchise of all time. Especially multiplayer has a special place in my heart, and I really love the way that they're going with just the single player itself. I mean, I've seen the trailer, the gameplay trailer so many times. I started watching like how different the stuff was and how they're bringing back the like pickups and stuff. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be like because it's going to play more like Halo 3 than it will Halo 5. So, but I'm happy for them. This is a good choice. I mean, obviously Halo 5 doesn't have the biggest user base that it could have, but I would argue that it's going to be, if they didn't make it free, it's still, since there's Game Pass, there's going to be more people that would have access to it anyway, because if you think about it, Halo 5 launched before Game Pass was even out. So, but anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's true.
I totally see him going for what is it? Battle passes. There's no way they leave all the money off the table, I think battle passes make sense.
What they do now is what they're going to do in the future. I mean, it's just you don't have to pay for anything, but there's going to be something if you want something cool, you can buy stuff.
Yeah.
You guys think they'll replicate what they're doing with Gears now, the Gears multiplayer? Because that does have loot boxes though, right? That has
It does, but they made it so you could earn cash currency in game, so that you wouldn't be like left behind, right? That's their big change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so. Although they do have they do offer like different packs of like I guess weapon skins or something. Like I know they have like that store where they rotate cosmetics. So I mean I know that counts as like a microtransaction, I guess. But they said they're not gonna have any of that for this game, right?
Well, nothing that you can pay pure money for.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know how they're gonna get around that. Like, and make.
How I figured they do it is they do a battle pass, and that way you can start unlocking things very quickly, and then.
But is that the different than? I mean, what they said, there's going to be no money boxes or whatever. Is
No
that
money
the
boxes. Yeah.
same?
But
Is
then,
that
yeah,
is that categorized as that a battle pass?
Battle Pass isn't a money box. It is a way
But whenever you
for
have a
you
battle
to.
pass, generally there's a store where you can buy stuff along with the battle pass. Like
yeah,
Call of Duty does
Usually,
it,
no, I
Gears
know they
does
do
it,
it. I'm just
Fortnite
saying,
does
like
it.
they said, there will be no, but that doesn't. Like, I wouldn't consider a battle pass a way. It wouldn't be hidden what you're getting, because just like a battle pass in COD, you see the structure of you earning new cosmetics, and as we all know, Halo actually is known for cosmetics, like different helmets and armors and everything else for multiplayer. So why not charge people $10 a month in a battle pass to, or hey, if you subscribe to Game Pass, you get it, and you just now are in their system and you can unlock cosmetics faster. Like,
Mm.
I could totally see that being a thing, and then that's not contradicting what they said.
yeah. I can see the battle pass thing, but besides that, I think they have to have something else, right? They have to have like maybe like a store where you can rotate skins for weapons and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but you'll just buy that with in-game money, I guess, because like I don't see how you get out of the loot box issue.
Mm.
Maybe
they'll
they
just
only, and maybe
yeah,
it's our definition of what a loot box is. And when I say loot box, I mean a randomized amount of items that you pay for that you don't know what you're getting.
right.
That is
So
a loot
maybe
box. Gears
so
of
maybe
War technically doesn't have loot boxes. It has
no.
predefined things you can pay for. So does Call of Duty.
Yeah, so direct purchase stuff.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
so
I can
maybe
see that.
that's our definitions are wrong. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. Hopefully, we get some more clarification on this. They need to show off this multiplayer, get into that exactly what we're going to be getting into. Like, are we
Uh,
getting? I mean, I know they said no battle royale, so I'm not expecting that. Like,
they're gonna have that as a mode, man. They have to, right? Like that's a big thing.
they said
Especially
the
for
only
Halo.
BR they will have is the battle rifle.
Uh,
So,
no way,
like,
no way.
I would not sit there. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I
There
don't think they're gonna
is
do it.
32 player Halo. What no, is it
Yeah.
32 or 64 or whatever it is? When the battle royale,
Um,
it's 32.
you can do the what is it called? Firefight? Not
Firefight,
firefight.
yeah.
The other is it not the
D-
firefight? The other one.
Yeah, I
Warzone.
know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But like they had that. I mean, that is sent. That is. It's not. It's not a battle royale, but it's a big Halo. Like, I could see them expanding on that. I think eventually you get your Halo battle royale for sure. I don't think that's not never coming, but don't expect it at launch.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll call it something else too.
Yeah. I mean,
So they don't
if there's a
technically call
fucking
it
ring,
battle.
look, if anybody can fucking pull it off and it make any sense, the Halo ring is closing in on everyone, and you must fight to survive. Like, it is such a stupid like premise, and everything about them is about the Halo ring. Maybe the Halo ring's shrinking, and you have to be the last one to the core or something, and trying to survive to be the last one. Who knows?
Yeah, plus you got vehicles. Yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff in place for battle royale, really.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can't imagine it. You know,
Yeah, right.
it just works.
The big question is whether they'll charge for it through the gold though, because everybody's thinking. I think that they're just gonna remove gold for free to play games. Because otherwise, that would be a really bad PR thing to require gold for a free to play game.
I can tell you right this from just being a parent who pays Xbox Live Gold every month for my son who only plays Fortnite. I would get rid of that shit so fast. I really only pay that $10 just so he can play Fortnite. So
Yeah.
they need to get rid of that shit,
Absolutely.
and they're not
And
going to because people like me.
I don't know. I think they're getting rid of it,
Um,
at least for
uh,
free to play, and that's it.
They have to.
They should have done it already. I don't know what the fuck taking
Yeah.
them so long. They swear their system is just so complex that it wouldn't be able to figure it out. They're like, there's a lot of things that go into. Like, bruh, it's easy. If the damn game is free to play, it should be free to play that shit. That's it.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
just-
they already do it with games like every other weekend anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just type in the computer, no parameters equal, free to play games. I don't know, whatever. And there you go. No more stupid free to play paywall for that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's typical for Microsoft. They did that before with Netflix and stuff. It's just stuff that should have been done in the first place, but they for some reason had the longest time to catch up with actual consumer. You know,
If this was in the cloud, it'd be different. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, I want to thank Paul again for writing in, but this leads into one of our next stories. Jeff Grubb thinks Xbox Live is going to go away completely.
Oh,
I could see how it can go away.
oh, come on.
No, totally. If they roll fucking gold into Game Pass and then it's just $10, like that's I don't.
That wouldn't be. You gotta say it if they would just get rid of Xbox Live.
Yeah, they'd
Not
have to
roll
get
it
rid
in.
of.
That's
Well,
what
no,
it- that's
gold
what it
is Xbox
They're
Live.
not doing
Like
it.
Game Pass. Like if it was just like, hey, we're pushing for Game Pass, and our whole goal is just to be the Netflix of games, and this is just creating a barrier to entry, and we're going to swap everybody over to a Game Pass membership because we already did it anyway when we offered it for a fucking $1.
Yeah.
Like the Game Pass is now the service, and if you play Game Pass Ultimate, you get access to the cloud. If you just have Game Pass, you can just play all our games. And, you know, if you just want to play, you know, regular Xbox games, then there you go. Like, just go play. You don't have to, you know, be beholden to anything. Because this is more of a strategically fighting Steam. It's strategically fighting Stadia. And not like having this extra barrier to compete against others in cloud gaming. But it just depends on how you want to look at it. Like at the same time, gold makes them a ton of fucking money.
Yeah.
The idea that they would give it up, which I don't think would be giving it up. I think by just switching people over to Game Pass and be like, hey, like you get the value of Game Pass and here's a bunch of fucking games. I think you would hold on to more than you would lose.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, if they got a gold requirement for multiplayer, that would be a huge win for like. I mean, I know they started that shit in the first place, but just taking it off, that would be a huge win for them.
Yeah.
Then you put PlayStation in a really awkward place, and even Nintendo to a degree. But yeah, I think the most realistic outcome is they just remove the gold paywall for the
free-to-play games.
yeah. Right. So I think that's what you should expect. If are they gonna release, you know, the gold, live gold sub stuff, multiplayer somewhere down the line, like take it out? Who knows? I mean, it's always a possibility. I do think that would be a huge kind of. I don't want to say it will turn the tide, but it'll be a good PR thing for them as well. So especially against PlayStation, so because they're kind of in a weird place right now. I don't think they're like they're still in that little rut that Xbox One put them in before. So they're kind of getting better, but I feel like they're still kind of struggling with their perception because especially all these little mixed conferences lately.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a really good win for them as far as like against PlayStation and stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be like kind of business as usual, and hopefully they just take out the gold requirement for free to play.
All right, moving on. Oh
wait, hold on. Just sorry. So did they ever address the 12-month thing being removed? Are they just rolling that into Game Pass?
They have not said a word.
So it seems like yeah.
What people talk about rolling into the Game Pass, every time you enter Xbox Live Gold, they basically try to sell you Game Pass by saying, hey, you want to convert this into Game Pass for 5 months? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I've seen someone, Porterock on his channel, who's saying that they're probably going to push Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate in place.
Well, they're going to push everything that they sell. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, but it'll be shitty to like take out Gold for 12 months and then have Ultimate and pay or other options which are actually more in the long run than the 12 months. Yeah.
Well, that's what we were talking about when we first mentioned it. It's basically a price increase without having to increase the price. It's the same thing that Amazon did when they wanted to increase their price. Yeah. Except for they eventually just went to $110 a year.
I think is it 110 or is it 120? I think
it was 110. but it
I
might
think
be
it's 120.
now.
I might be wrong,
All
but
right, now it's
I want to say it's
120. It used
120.
to only be what $99, and then they gave them. Then they did a monthly subscription for $10. Now they're at 120.
So would Game Pass Ultimate, would people be basically just waiting for sales for Game Pass Ultimate prices and stuff like that? Like,
You say waiting for the subscription to go on
I
sale?
think eventually, like that, like all these amazing sales are gonna like dry up. That's the thing. Like they convert you over, get you out of just subscribe to gold. Like just get you off that mindset, get you into the idea of Game Pass, and then they can like gold slowly subscriptions start dying, Game Passes start building, and then you just literally let people just go, oh yeah, you're a Game Pass subscriber. Nobody does gold no more. And then that's where you could theoretically get rid of gold, like because you have people signed over. But the question is how many people stay, you know? Like is Game Pass good enough of a value to be worth getting rid of gold?
To me it is, but I think the value of Game Pass doesn't outweigh not having to pay anything. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people out there that would just rather not pay anything.
No, that's true. It's true. But like right now, I would imagine that Game Pass on PC is going to go up to $10 a month. It's not going to stay at $5. It's only at $5 because it's a beta.
$5 on PC?
Yeah, it's only $5.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so right, like if you're a PC gamer right now, fucking Game Pass is like an insane offer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like so it's $5 a month for PC, $10 a month on Xbox.
Why is it cheaper on PC than on Xbox?
Because it's a beta and there's not as much software.
Oh, okay. It's still in beta on PC.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, if you look at the software on PC, it's pretty good still, though. It's not like it's nothing. And for $5 a month, it's hard. It's a hard one to be like, man, it's like crushing my wallet. I mean, but none of Game Pass isn't crushing anybody's wallets normally. Like, it's a fairly good deal for $10 a month on Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it 15? Or
it's 15 for Ultimate, 10 for regular. Yeah. Yeah, so they can... I can't imagine them boosting the price anymore. Like, but on PC, they'll boost it to 10. Well, and then once you start having Halo and no, I'll put it this way. If they have Destiny, because Destiny is, I think it's PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass. For $15 a month or $10 a month, you're getting all of Destiny, all of Halo, the new DLCs for Destiny. Why wouldn't you subscribe? Like, if you played on PC, like, who the fuck, like, and get all the other games? Like, it's hard not to go, fuck it, I'll just buy it for 10. Or, like, in Steph's case, like, it's like, hey, Steph, your kids all want to play fucking Destiny. You're not going to drop $60 or $30 on add-ons.
No, y'all can't play that shit. I ain't buying nothing either. Fuck y'all kids.
But then after, like, you know, when you start counting the cost, it's like, fuck, I could buy 2 Game Pass subscriptions on PC for equaling up to $10 a month right now. And that's 2 extra copies of the game. Like, it's fucking ridiculous how cheap it's going to be. Versus you dropping $60 on Destiny. And hopefully they pay it. Don't get me wrong, in the long term, the $60 is going to be cheaper because you own it. But once you start saying, oh, but then the next DLC is going to be on Game Pass too, and the DLC after that, fuck. Like, why would I pay for, to own it when I could just rent it?
But I think, like you're saying, Dustin, I think if they are going to ever do the taking out of the Xbox Live Gold, they'll probably wait for because I know Rand mentioned this too. Like, he's saying that they might want the player base for the consumer base for Game Pass to be up there with like Live or something, or like just a high enough percentage that they can cut off Live and just make Game Pass.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, like you need to, but it's about like it's not about Live subscribe. Like it's about the amount of people paying for Gold versus the amount of people paying for Game Pass. And if you can convert all those people over, then it's kind of a zero-sum game. You're fine. But if you can't convert, let's say like 60% of the people will not convert, they won't subscribe, then it's not worth your time. And there's smarter people than me that are figuring out the numbers for this to seeing if this is a viable platform. But when you start looking at Steam and all these other situations that, hey, like, we want you to come to Xbox because we think we have the best value in gaming, and then Steam's like, hey, here's a game for $2. And then you have to say, oh yeah, Game Pass can compete with that, but you also need to pay for gold. Like there's like they always have that asterisk.
Yeah, because when you think about the gold, what do you call it, the free games of gold? They're pretty much they're nothing to write home about. They're very kind of mediocre. Some games are cool there and there, but I feel like they probably make off better with the way it is now, the way we're live and games of gold, because they're not like probably paying a whole lot for that content compared to like a Game Pass. But
No.
I guess they have to see if whether the gold is reducing or have less of a base than compared to like how Game Pass is gaining people, and just try to get more people on board for at least one of their services to have like a better foothold of their market, so that they don't have to like split up between gold and Game Pass, or like just have everybody in one thing and not have to, because not everybody's gonna subscribe to all that stuff right now. It's too much stuff.
No. But
Like, so
this is what I would say is, like, Game Pass Ultimate includes gold, it includes Game Pass, and it includes cloud gaming now.
right,
It will
That's
not
a lot
affect
of,
me
a lot of value. That's a
because
lot of value.
even if you told me it was just Game Pass and cloud gaming, I would say that's worth $15. You know
I
what I
would say
mean?
so. Yeah.
No, but yeah, when we as perceived value, it's worth $15. And when and it's like Game Pass is 10. Is gold really worth $5 a month, and that includes streaming over XCloud? Yeah, like it's hard for me to see how it's not gonna go away eventually,
Yeah.
because I don't see the value of gold as strong as the value of cloud gaming and the Netflix of games.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
And when you start, but then here's the other thing. So, like, Samsung had a big event. I don't even think we have it in our news. They had an event, and they were showing off cloud gaming using a Samsung phone, and it's going to come with like this Xbox controller that has a battery in it, and you get the new Note 20, and you get 3 months of Game Pass. Launches September 15th. There you go. That's the news. But, like, if that was your gaming solution, they got rid of the gold paywall anyway, because you're just paying for $10 for Game Pass and $5 for the streaming service. Like, you're paying Netflix prices. Like, why put a paywall in front of people that just want to play, and then you can slowly convince them to get Game Pass? Like, that's how I see it. Like, it's I don't know. It's like I see it from both sides without a doubt. I don't know. Like, I don't see it lasting forever.
I do think that XCloud has a big asterisk next to it, because then you got like, all right, not available on Apple products, aka also not available on all countries, because I think like the special editor saying that his area in Australia won't have the beta or something like that. I know it's not accessible right away for him for the XCloud to actually start trying it or whatever. So that kind of sucks. There's a lot of like little caveats for that service, XCloud. I mean, once they roll it out fully, I guess it'll be a lot better. But I don't know. There's a bit of some barriers there, man.
No, but the major push will be fine. Worldwide, there's more Android phones than Apple by a larger margin. The US alone, it's 51% Android and like 47% Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And Apple did, I guess we can cover this one. Apple came out today and was like, yeah, all streaming services, Stadia, no matter who you are violating the rules of the App Store. We'll see how long that lasts, because I would love to see them explain how, because they want every game, I think they put it this way, they wanted every game on the Xbox Store to go through Apple's review process to make streaming work.
Yeah.
How do they justify Netflix or Hulu or any other streaming platform that's not a video game? Like
I heard
they
it because
they
it's competing
can't.
with the Apple Arcade.
Oh no,
or
no,
something.
of course it is. It's competing with their store, and they don't want people to compete with it. But at the same time, like people will buy Samsung phones, they will buy Pixels or any other Android phone. And to be honest, Apple ain't really innovating anymore. Like let's see that Apple glasses or something, because Apple's a boring company. And don't get me wrong, I watched the fucking Samsung thing, and it was cringy as fuck. The heads in the background that sometimes had applause noise, sometimes didn't, and then like just it was so weird. But that's, it's COVID time, so I'll forgive them that. But like, no, like Apple, I used to tune in to watch Apple presentations. I'll never do that again unless they really start innovating, and I just don't see them doing it. Microsoft's way more of an interesting company than Apple is, and that's fucking crazy to say. Because of their history. Yeah, like I'd rather watch a Microsoft stream than an Apple one. It's more interesting. And it's not because I'm a fanboy. It's just Apple hasn't really innovated, like not in a while. They're still stuck on like iPads and iPhones. Like there's no like what's new. Like Steve Jobs had new things. Like it was interesting to tune in, no matter what kind of a fanboy you were. Because they were pushing the industry. I just don't think Apple pushes the industry anymore.
Yeah. They just make weird, like, lateral moves.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the next iPhone will still be popular, but they become more of like a fashion accessory company. Like it's like, oh man, I got the new AirPods. It's like, okay, like, but what's cool about what's nerdy and cool about them? Apple doesn't have that anymore. Samsung does.
Their accessories are what's the cool thing now. Their phones have been less
they've been stagnant.
I don't know, popular. Yeah, like their AirPods are pretty, what you were saying, like everybody wants them. And then you got the AirPod Pros. Mainly just headphones.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is Apple we're talking about, and all we have to
people like that pen that they got now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh,
I mean, I used to be a big Apple fan. I'm just saying, but not Android all the way.
Now you like oranges? My G. Used to be an Apple fan, but now you like oranges.
Yeah, I'm totally team orange.
C, man.
Yeah, I used to like them back when they had the.
I got something. I got a treat. I got a treat. Look at this. Oh man, I know y'all can't see it. It's my Windows Phone. Look at that shit. I found it like yesterday. Oh, we were talking about this. I got it all booted up. Got a charge, everything. I'm bringing Windows Phone retro gaming back, people. That's the plan.
Nice. Actually, I would want to get one of those Windows phones just for like the novelty of having one, because they're kind of like.
This is the Nokia 920, with the blue case. It's a pretty phone. I always like this phone. It's a lot heavier than I remember.
Yeah, it looks pretty hefty. I mean, you have a good collector's item there, Dustin.
yeah. One day it'll be worth $1 million.
Really heavy because they pack so much stuff in them, and they make them so small.
This is the Note 10 Plus, and it dwarfs the Nokia phone. Just completely dwarfs it. But I will say, the Note 10 Plus is lighter than the Nokia.
Wow. That's weird. I mean, I wish they. I mean, I like the way they integrated Xbox Live into the phone. That was like probably one of the best things about it, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's right there,
Well, and it's funny because Apple is now starting to rip off Windows Phone with its new tiles. So that's all they are, is fucking Windows Phone tiles. And they were really good ideas. Like when you go to mail on Windows Phone, it's not just like one mail, it's all your mail. Like, no matter where you get mail from. And don't get me wrong, I know you get multiple mail clients, but if I go to messages, it's not Facebook Messenger or Twitter Messenger. It's all of them wrapped into a single messenger app. So if I wanted to tweet at STEPH, and then I wanted to text him, and I wanted to Facebook him, and I wanted to fucking call him, it's all under the same application. It was in some ways ahead of its time. Others just too late to the game. You know, like just sad to see that we don't have a Windows Phone no more.
Yeah, I think they were just kind of late to the party with the phone stuff. I mean, they're actually early to it, but like then they kind of it wasn't embraced, you know.
I think I was watching an interview with Steve Ballmer, and he said the true big innovation with smartphones that Apple made was having the carriers offset the price to $20 a month. You know, by doing that and allowing people to pay $200, and then because when he said like the iPhone was dead, he was right. The first year for the iPhone was awful because it was $900 phone right off the bat, and it just did not sell. People liked it, but it was just no, I can't afford that, can't do that. And once they subsidized it, that changed the industry.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss when it used to be like $299 or $199. You get it, and then that's it. Now that whole they don't give you that option no more. Remember when it used to be like that? I felt like it was cheap.
You can still do it.
Shit, I couldn't do that. They didn't give me that option when I bought my phone.
Which phone did you buy?
iPhone 11 Pro.
If you wait like 2 months, you can buy the phone outright. Apple stops them from doing it right off the bat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like the new like Google phone, you can buy that straight up. Like you never have to wait on a contract for it. They're usually like the Pixels. I think are like $400 straight up.
Straight up, like you was paying for some of it in the contract, but the contract, like you signed a 2-year contract when you bought your phone. Like now you're not under contract with your phone service anymore.
Yeah,
you're not signing that.
Well,
you're not signing the contract.
You're still only paying for you're signing the contract to pay off the phone in that time, not to stay with the service.
Yeah, that's what the difference is.
But it's still a contract. It's still the same basic premise. It's just you're not specifically tied to the carrier. All right. Well, I guess we've gone way off on a tangent about Xbox Live Gold. Where are we? A new Microsoft Store experience is coming to Xbox Insiders. I take it y'all all watched the video on this one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. It looks really good. They said the store loads in about 2 seconds. I'm part of the beta program, but they're rolling it out, and I've not been brought in to give my opinion about it.
You weren't one of the chosen ones?
Not one of the few, no. Nobody I know was.
I haven't seen the video. I want to be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks really good. Honestly,
I seen pictures though. It looks pretty cool.
It looks like a store that runs well. Like
every time I see them things or shit, I always think, why didn't they think of this the last time? It's always so much better the next time. And like, well, why did you create all the other bullshit that you had that made it so slow and sucky?
They were talking about it specifically how it was originally designed so that everything was coming off a single platform, and it was based off the Windows Store. So it was like everything was just pushed in so that like you update once, everything gets updated. The issue with that is it's not designed for a controller. It's designed for mouse and keyboard then, or it's some kind of weird device that's in between. And like when you're trying to navigate a store that's with a controller, it just does not feel right. So they said they had, they got their good improvements from that, but they built this from the ground up to replace the store. And from what I can tell, it looks way better than anything they have had or anybody else honestly has had as a store. So I am very happy for this update to the Microsoft Store. As a digital gamer, like when I use their store a lot, and Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I think the current one's still better than the PlayStation Store because search on PlayStation is fucking garbage. But it's, you know, they're not much better. They're better, but like this new store looks innovative and actually useful. I would definitely recommend watching the video with Major Nelson going over the store. It's a really good video. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
it looks really good.
sorry.
I hope they transplant like all the design stuff in it to like the main UI at some point. Like, maybe when the Xbox Series X launches, because like it looks really clean. The text is really nice looking. It's not like kind of this weird, kind of very basic font that they're using right now, like for blocks and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope this also transfer to the main UI, because the main UI is also it's gotten a lot better, definitely a lot better. But hopefully they transfer all the speed and then the design, and then hopefully by launch we have like a really awesome UI for the Series X, and I guess even for these current consoles right now that transfers over. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving on. Oh man, yeah, this week was a week of fucking controversies. That's what this week was. So Microsoft put out a new logo for Game Pass, and it just shows the Xbox logo and it says Game Pass. You know, and according to the internet, that they got rid of the Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, so it was just Game Pass, and like they're Microsoft's abandoning Xbox or some, like it blew up into this stupid thing. What people forgot is Sony just released a new logo that got rid of the PlayStation name, and it's just called Studios. And like apparently it's not PlayStation Studios no more, according to these people. It's just Studios, and like it's not the Apple Store because Apple doesn't write the Apple name in front of the fucking logo for their stuff. So it's just the store. Or maybe, just maybe, logos give a name. And that name would have been Xbox. And it's still fucking Xbox Game Pass and nothing's changed. Like, this was the biggest nothing burger. And turned into like a huge mess of threads about the stupidest conversation. Do y'all have anything to add? I felt it was so big we had to talk about it, but it is the dumbest story that came from like the smallest thing. And it's like people just wanted to be outraged to be outraged.
What do you say, stuff?
He's speechless, apparently.
That's what it comes down to. Then. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like, I was a little puzzled by it, but then. Yeah, it does make sense. The Xbox logo is already there, you know, the X, so that's prominently there. So you already know it's Xbox and then Game Pass. So you know, it's a simple little change that. It did raise a little question. But I was like, are they kind of gonna try to put this in other forms? I guess, but it really isn't. Like, it's just really a rebrand of. Well, no, just a little simple.
It's not even a rebrand. It's just a
simplification.
simplification of a logo.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, we don't do it here at Xbox Uncut. I got our logo and it says Xbox Uncut. I could theoretically get rid of the Xbox in front of our logo and then just have Uncut, and then it'd be the X Uncut, and it would stand for Xbox Uncut. But that's not what we're doing.
Plus,
we don't want to be confusing.
We don't want to get sued either.
Yeah. Just an Xbox logo and Uncut. That's it.
I mean, it can do it. You know,
like I said, it was the biggest nothing burger, and like every other fucking video game brand did it. And the fact that they did it and then people fucking freaked out is so fucking dumb. Because it really, like when Sony didn't, people weren't going, is it just Studios now? Oh my god. PlayStation needs to explain. Is it just Studios? No, there's a fucking PlayStation logo and it says Studios. What do you think it means? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is just dumb. Like, it's dumb. And if it wasn't Xbox, there's a bias for sure. And just this being a fucking thing shows that there's a bias. Microsoft bad. Like that's it's just annoying. The latest Xbox Alpha skip ahead update includes a Series X share button mapping, which is cool. Like, yeah, but we kind of knew the share button was there. But yeah, the OS is, I hate to say, well, probably not going to change between now and Series X. It's just going to run better because it has a more beefy CPU.
Yeah, plus the 4K, what do you call it, image quality.
Yeah, and you're gonna not the skip ahead. The share button, it will work on Xbox One as well as a share button because the OS is going to be the exact same.
So I guess they add that function to the to the already existing.
Yeah, to the Xbox One. Yeah, I mean, if you use an original Xbox One controller on a Series X, if you double tap, you will still hit the X or the Y to record video. Like it's just going to be there as part of the OS.
Yeah, I'll be glad not to do that anymore. It just feels weird. Like I do it on PlayStation. It feels weird to just press one button now because I'm so used to it on Xbox.
Yeah.
Doing double tap and then trying to capture at the right moment, which kind of is annoying too. So.
All right, we got Battletoads is now ready for preload. It is 10.8 gigs.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 10.8 gigs. Battletoads.
Yeah, it's more than I expected.
Yeah.
Way more than I expected.
It's all that artwork.
I really want to play that. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looks fun.
I wonder, do you know if you play it single player, like is the other three toads still there, just doing whatever?
I don't know.
Isn't it all based around 3-player co-op?
I don't know.
It's local co-op only. I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, I know that part.
Yeah.
I want to play it though. It definitely looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it's not available for regular preload though, right? I don't see the price on or anything.
I don't know. I know I was able to preload it and downloaded 10 gigs of something. So
maybe I guess just a Game Pass.
For Game Pass thing, yeah.
Yeah, they get the
get some. Get some Game Pass.
The perk of having Game Pass is pre-download stuff earlier, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the perk of PlayStation. It's to be able to pre-install
Play
the
Spider-Man.
Call of Duty update. I was very upset about that.
Oh, that was fucking just it's just retarded. All right, you can preload Gears Tactics as well for Xbox if you have Game Pass. Well,
yeah, it's another one I was looking for, but it's not available unless you have it on Game Pass for preload. So
yeah, but it's not a real preload, I believe. It's just a temporary thing. So
yeah, like a container or something. Yeah. I guess, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I mean, they haven't given the date yet for Gears Tactics, but I think everybody's assuming it's going to be at launch, but it could be earlier. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I always thought Battletoads was going to be saved for like launch too, because they didn't say anything about it until after the Xbox digital event, which was like August. When did they make the Battletoads announcement? It was like August something, right? Like
it was like not even a week later.
Yeah, it was not that far off. It was weird. I don't know why they didn't. Okay. Yeah, why didn't they just put it in the event? I don't know.
You gotta ask Phil.
Maybe they.
It won't be included in Game Pass. Oh wait, I don't know.
One thing I think of is like the developer wasn't ready, and they're like, okay, we're ready now, and then they put it. I don't know.
All right, Grounded was developed by 13 people in 2 years. It hit 1 million players in 48 hours. It's crazy.
That's good.
Crazy. But yeah, it's like Power Game Pass, I guess. I imagine a lot of people. I mean, I know it blew up on Steam. People were playing the hell out of it on Steam and on Twitch. Mm-hmm. So it's cool to see smaller team games. I know it's still made by a giant studio, but 13 people created something amazing, and we've seen that time and time again.
Yeah, I think it's done a lot better than what people were expecting. I mean, it's not like a crazy success, but it's done. I think the expectations were it won't be like that crazy popular.
Oh no, Grounded was a joke. People trying to turn it into a joke, and then it was like, actually, this game looks really good, and it plays really well, and it's a lot of fun, and I got to play it on Game Pass. Like, I didn't have to drop money on it, so Like, and then, you know, Twitch streamers are like, hey, look, I don't got to drop fucking money on something. It's a new game. Like, I'll fucking stream it. And people, it just blew up.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
for early access. It's a good. I mean, it's a good kind of perk for, I guess, for Game Pass, because even though it's not a full game, you still have early access to it on Game Pass. I wouldn't buy it right now though, because it's if you don't have Game Pass, don't buy it, because you're still getting like a beta game, so it's not the full game. I mean, they do have an update coming up. Is it this month, Dustin, or is it?
I believe it's this month.
Yeah, they address some
We'll
issues.
look into that though.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna buy it right away because it's still too early to get the full thing. But I mean, if you have Game Pass, that's a really good like demo, I guess. In some ways.
It's also not a $60 game, so if you did buy it, I wouldn't feel like I got ripped off.
Was it like $30?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Infinity Line says, I wish turn-based games gave you a god mode so I can just enjoy the story. Kind of get that.
Bro, Gears, bro. I feel you. Gears Tactics? Hard stuff.
Then he wanted to let us all know Grounded is great.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I ain't mean to cut you off, Infinity. My bad, bro. I just feel your pain because I'm trying to play Gears Tactics and enjoy the game and have to keep start over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, Grounded that's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I mean, I think they'll have more. Hopefully, they have like crossover stuff, like the way they had the Battletoads toy in the ground. Maybe they'll have like Sea of Thieves gear to appease Dustin, and then like Halo stuff for stuff.
Yeah, give me the Halo shit.
Get a Halo helmet toy or whatever. That'd be
a
pretty
helmet
cool.
or something. Yeah, a plasma grenade. It's just
give me a gun.
I could use like
the Halo 1 pistol.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd get anything as a weapon though. It'd be a helmet or something, just because it's a kid's game. You know,
you could have a Master Chief toy as like a statue for your house. You know, like
statue Cortana.
Kind of dope. A warthog, like a toy warthog.
Warthog would be awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
a toy warthog that you can convert into like an RC car.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit writes itself, man.
Gotta crash the game.
All right. Let's see. The Outer Worlds and both of its expansions will also be optimized for Series X, so they're getting an upgrade. That's cool.
That's awesome. 60 frames, right?
Put like 10. I'm gonna say like 5-10 hours in that game. I need to finish it.
I have to. I'm like, should I finish it or just restart it when I get on the Series X and get all the good stuff in there?
Seeing as it's being optimized, and you'll probably get a month of fucking Game Pass at that point, then yeah, I would say just wait for Series X. Apparently.
Yeah, I'm tempted because I don't know. I don't know. I'm already kind of behind because I forgot what I was doing. So like, I might as well just restart it later on and uninstall it and then get the better edition or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do, man.
Okay, let's go into like just another controversy story. Okay, Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation. The new Avengers game. Exclusive. It is the most exclusive game character of all times. All right, so like originally this was like the article we were going to talk about, but I think it was today or maybe late yesterday. The developer came out and was like, "Look, PlayStation has control over that character's IP. You know it, we know it, Marvel knows it. It's their decision. It's their platform to put it on it." Yeah. So apparently PlayStation owns the rights to Spider-Man on games. And that probably has something to do with, I don't know, these giant fucking movies called the Spider-Man movies in the Marvel Universe, and Disney going, look, I don't fucking care if y'all make the game or if who makes it, you can have that. We just want Spider-Man characters in a movie, and it will make us more money, so fuck it, let's just do an exclusive deal, and it's probably what happened. So, yeah, like, pretty much PlayStation controls Spider-Man in video games. Like, it's kind of a thing.
It's great. Exclusive.
I mean, well, I was actually very annoyed by this because I'm a big Marvel dude and like I like Spider-Man. I'm not like he's not like my number one character or anything, but I do really enjoy Spider-Man. So like this is like really like super annoying. Like especially like it's just annoying when you, like just when you might get Spider-Man in like a a Marvel game on Xbox, Sony just kind of like plucks it away again. So it's like, come on, man. But
they doing what they're supposed to do though.
Yeah, exclusively. But like
it was fire when Microsoft plucked that Tomb Raider away from the PS4. That's good.
I mean, but they got the thing eventually, right? Like, it was a weird deal. It was like
it wasn't a weird deal. It was a timed exclusive. It was what most people do.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Sony is literally taking a class out of the fucking game of Avengers and forcing you to buy a PlayStation if you want to play that class. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like what Sony did with Destiny. But even that Destiny eventually, like those levels became unlocked on Xbox.
It came a year later when it was irrelevant.
Yeah, but this will never come ever to Xbox. Yeah.
I mean, they also did a similar thing with what do you call it, Control, where they have like the season pass exclusive.
No, they do that with every single game they got. They do a similar thing with
it's so fucking annoying, man. It's so annoying. But
this is more no, but this is more like Street Fighter, where it's like, oh, we'll never make a Street Fighter game without Sony's help. But then Street Fighter 5 never comes to anything other than PlayStation.
I think
because
it's
them
bullshit.
paying. They're paying to keep it off of another platform.
Yeah, I mean, with the Street Fighter thing and Spider-Man, I think what it is basically Sony put money up front so they can get stuff that's eventually going to come out like to their platform first and even like exclusively. So because I have a hard time believing Spider-Man would never be in Crystal Dynamics' plans to come up for a new Avenger to put into the team and into the games. So that's fucking bullshit. And the guy from the PR thing, I think what he was basically hinting to was he was like, well, Sony owns the move rights and Marvel has the licensing rights, but Sony does have some influence over other stuff like video games because they do have a movie and game division, so they kind of pull some of their weight to try to get that.
Yeah, of course they did.
For Avengers.
But I don't even think it's for Avengers. I think they did that period for all Spider-Man in video games.
Yeah,
because to be honest, I'm sorry, Sony's not stupid enough to go, hey, like, let's make a deal every time a game comes up for Marvel. Like, you just do it right off the bat. But like, yo, if you want any like leeway with fucking these movies, or Disney, then you're gonna need to let us have those rights to the game. Like, you still have the.
That annoys me, man. Yeah. It's gonna be probably in perpetuity for at least
But here's my thing: I'd love to see anybody get Disney by the balls, and the fact that Sony did it, it's funny. Like, I know it hurt Xbox fans, but like, Disney's overpowered as is, and it's just funny to see Sony kind of control that situation.
Yeah, well, even PC dudes are complaining about it too because they're not.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not saying it's helping anybody but Sony, but it's like people are mad, like. And rightfully so, because it's a class of character. Like, Spider-Man is his own like class in those games, and bye.
Yeah, and I'm tired of just hearing it's just business, or like, if you have an option, buy the PlayStation. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not gonna support that. Why would I want to
support practices you don't agree with?
Practices like that, And like, I'm with Josh. He's saying because no Spider-Man, I will be either getting the game used or next year when this got deeply. Yeah, fuck them, man. I'm probably not gonna buy it until like it's like super deep, cheap,
$5.
Even after that, depending on if the game doesn't bomb by then or something, depending on.
Well, you really upset about this shit, Will?
Yes, I mean, I'm a huge Avengers guy. I mean, the game was kind of looking a little suspect, to be honest with you.
That shit looked trash, Will. Let's be honest.
But I was gonna give it a chance. I was like, you know what? I get to play as Thor, Iron Man, whatever. That's pretty dope. I might give it a chance. I probably wasn't gonna buy it at launch. I was probably gonna buy it on sale anyway. But it was just like the Spider-Man thing just really annoyed me because it's just like. Again.
Look, this is Will. I'll wait for that shit on Game Pass, and I ain't even a subscriber. I ain't even a subscriber. Fuck yeah, I'll wait for it.
If I was on Game Pass, that would be
it's a different story.
Yeah, that would be an interesting kind of fight back to Sony if they put that on Game Pass. That's the exclusive
character we get. Exclusive.
To Game Pass. You don't have to pay $60 for the shit.
Right.
Name is Game Pass, and it's the emblem.
And
it's just the emblem.
The PR guy was funny because he was trying to play off Hawkeye like it was like some big shit DLC that like is supposed to like take the the heat off of the Spider-Man thing. I was like, oh, fuck you, man. Like, I don't really care about that shit.
I care about that fake ass Hawkeye. He look like Hawkeye.
I mean, I like Hawkeye, but he's gonna come anyway. So who fucking cares? Like the thing most people care about is the Spider-Man thing, and then now you gotta deal with people like fucking spamming your
Hey,
Twitter.
I want to know if the X-Men is gonna be in this shit. That's what I want to know.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, unless it's like maybe depending on Avengers, because Wolverine was like certain characters were in Avengers, like.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Hey, bro, if we get that exclusive Wolverine, come on, man.
They're not gonna do that because Sony already has locked up the marketing and the so that's kind of like
it's a done deal.
It's already so there's no way you can get an exclusive character unless there's some sort of clause that you can try to make.
Man, this happened before. Don't you remember when Soul Calibur came out? Everybody had a exclusive.
Yeah, but that was done before all this shit. Like this shit's like it would have been announced already if it was the thing.
Fire, man. Link in that bit, and then it was
most people
Yoda and fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah,
I had the GameCube version.
Yeah, I bought it for Link because that was a dope add-in. For the I didn't buy that Soul Calibur though. For the 360 because I wasn't really gaming that much back then. But I think the PlayStation had the better one, that had Vader.
Yeah, they had Vader, but I thought Link was the best one.
Yeah, that was back in. I think Soul Calibur 2, right? That was what it was.
Yeah, I guess it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Back before I had facial
hair. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's that.
All right. Well, moving on to an exciting topic for Steph, at the very least.
So
you need to buy a new TV, Steph. You need to buy a new one.
I just bought a TV.
You gotta buy a new one. Buy a new one, sir. Halo Infinite has been confirmed free to play and 120 frames per second, sir.
My TV's 120 frames.
Does it do 120? You sure?
Yeah.
Just
so you thought I was gonna buy one without 120 hertz?
Well, no. We're not talking about 120 hertz, sir. There's some 120 frames per second is not 120 hertz.
Well, I play on the monitor anyway, and I can do 120 frames on my shit. I can do 165.
Okay, so you just need to be ready because when Halo Infinite comes out, you'll be able to play it at 120 frames per second, sir. Got confirmed by Halo.
I need 165, Dustin.
Huh?
I need 165 for
frames, if you want to play on PC, you can get that 165.
Yeah, man, have my mouse and keyboard set up.
But if you're playing on that Series X, you'd be playing at 120 though.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of going back and forth about getting the Series X, to be honest with you, and the PS5 because I'm moving into a new house and I kind of don't want to spend that money, man. That's gonna be $1,000.
I got good news for you. You don't have to.
I can sign up.
You can still play Halo Infinite on your Xbox One X.
Yeah. I thought you was gonna tell me I can pay. What is it? How much is it?
Oh no, it's $25 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, I was gonna go down the credit path. I'm just saying, yeah, like Xbox, and like you get year or two of exclusives, and you buy the next Xbox next year, or not the next Xbox, but the next edition or whatever.
Yeah, buy
2021. Yeah.
The custom one.
Yeah.
The green one.
Yeah, you don't gotta buy one at launch. Microsoft's not forcing your hand.
Yeah, they are. They had me on the sidewalk, man, with my hands behind my back, talking about buy this Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'll be all right. You can survive a couple months without one. You have to. But here's the thing. I already know I'm gonna be like, man, Steph, this shit's awesome. But yeah, I bought one. I'll be like, I know you did, Steph. I know you did.
It's like with the Xbox One X, I was like, I ain't getting that shit. I ain't getting it.
Next day, fuck it, yeah, I got one. Got that shit on pre-order on Amazon.
I had to get one. But yeah, if I could get away with it, I probably will. But I ain't gonna be able to justify it. We can move into a new place.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man.
Like I was telling her about I'll tell you about it later. That's not podcast talk. Well, I'll go ahead and mention it. I was telling her about the driveway stuff, and I actually went to the house today to like do the walkthrough, and everything. Mm-hmm. And I was just looking at the driveway. I was like, can I get this concrete up myself? I might have to fucking get like a bulldozer or some shit.
You could break it. I believe in you.
What, is it just a sledgehammer?
It's one way of doing it. Or you can rent a hammer, just the electric one.
Oh, electric hammer.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh, word. I didn't
Or
know
you
they
can
did that.
prison break it. I mean, you can just sit there and put a bunch
I
of
use
holes into
dynamite?
it. No, that's not what they did in
Oh.
Prison Break. They drilled holes into it so it was structurally weak, and then you hit it with the hammer, and it fell apart.
I've never seen Prison Break. I'm not
It's
a,
about just
I'm not a,
hitting structure points and
yeah,
holes.
I'm not a fan of prison, so I don't
Oh,
watch
well,
shit
I
about
mean, I
prison.
understand. I don't think anybody's a fan of like, man, I can't wait to go to prison. It's gonna be fucking great.
Hey,
It's
so
gonna.
you'd be
So what I'm so
Hey, you'd be
excited.
surprised. I know some people out there that
3 meals a
that's not
day,
good.
fucking a free bed, no rent. This is gonna be awesome.
Yep. Never see a woman again. I love men. Yep. Stay out there, bro. Stay out there. I see him.
All right.
Anyway,
Moving on, I guess. Microsoft. I mean, this really isn't. We've already covered this. Microsoft's XCloud gaming streaming will launch on September 15th on Android. See, I was going to talk about all this at the end of the show. I figured it would be a good closer, but apparently we couldn't wait. So,
yeah,
anybody have anything to add?
I do. I do got something to add.
All right, please, sir. Please
Fucking
enlighten us.
heartbroken, bro. I'm heartbroken. I use an iPhone. I was very upset about this news when all of this stuff came out, and I just like, and as you see the accessories get made, I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work with my phone, huh? You know, and then I feel like it's been like maybe a month since they came out, and there used to be like Apple's the kind of company that everything's proprietary, right? You guys know that, right? They even had their own proprietary wireless signal. So whenever you use like a controller, it uses something called MiFi. That's only for the iOS, Mac, Mac MiFi. And now that you can use a Bluetooth controller, so they added Xbox controller support. That shit don't even mean nothing no more. Why you do all of that if you ain't gonna do this? I don't understand.
Oh, I mean when they showed all those peripherals for like the
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, but yeah, that sucks for you, man.
that sucks for me. It's some bullshit. I just got this phone. God damn it.
Yeah, put your complaints to Apple. Write them to.
And I'm not saying you need to abandon Apple at all, but I think Will has the right. Anybody that has an Apple phone should be complaining.
Yeah.
Every single last person.
Bro, that's not a good enough reason.
Be heard.
that
Be
they
heard,
gave.
sir.
They didn't give a good enough reason.
I don't think they gave a good enough reason either. I'm just saying, you got to be heard. You got to be loud. You got to make sure Apple knows that you're not cool with not being able to stream onto your phone.
Man. I'm gonna protest by not using my phone. Hey, hold on real quick. I gotta make a call.
Okay. All right. Well, while he's making his call, I'm going to make mine. To our sponsor this week, nobody. Man, that's it for topics. We've run out. We did it.
Can we talk some media then?
Media.
Also,
Media.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
I know there's a little video of Apex Season 8, new character. It was just like kind of a teaser trailer. It wasn't like a whole lot there, but
New weapon.
new weapon. Yeah, you get the I think it's called a Volt from the Titanfall games. It's like a energy SMG. It's a dope weapon. So I'm really glad that's in there now. So that's pretty cool. I think it's coming out 18th of this month, so that's pretty soon.
I did want to make an announcement though before we get into media. I want to make one big announcement. We're in the very early stages of redesigning stuff on the site and on the video show. Will is gonna be hooking us up with some new art, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Will. We want to appreciate everybody appreciates you hanging out.
Yeah.
And then and it's been called. People have asked for it, and
They asked for it.
I think Josh has asked specifically before.
I
don't think they asked for Will, but they were like, "Yo, maybe you should upgrade your site. Start doing refresh. It looks because I think our site still looks good,
Yeah,
but it has it's been a while since we got a facelift, if you will.
On this podcast is that site. It ain't gonna hold you. I never forget that when I first went, I was just Googling shit. And I seen the story. It was like, I can't remember exactly what it was. There's something about the RAM and the Xbox One. It was like Microsoft to add 12 extra at 4 gigs or something like that. Some shit like that. I think that's what it was. Got my ass. And I was like, okay, what this
Little bait and switch. And we got Steph on the podcast. That was the goal the whole time.
Yeah, my phone.
But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some redesigning, looking around, maybe playing around. It's definitely not like coming next week or anything. I'm not putting Will on any kind of timeline either. Like this, I'm not. But
I've taken on too many projects.
Yeah, like Will, I'm not saying you're on a timeline, but next Wednesday would be great. But it will not be next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help. Like I'm Steph. Hopefully, I make him little we call it the Twitter banner. Nintendo. He was in the market for also like some design stuff. So because I'm basically just doing this just to get my portfolio. Yeah, just because I've been applying to a lot of digital design jobs, and I've been wanting to have my experience and practice up to snuff. So yeah, just doing things here and there. So hopefully I can do a cool site revamp for Xbox Uncut for Dustin and Jason. Jason, who's originally, as Dustin had said, pre-show that he's the original main guy behind the site. So props to Jason, and yeah, hopefully we can make a cool looking Xbox Uncut site, and hopefully maybe I can do the YouTube stuff too for the or the Twitch, the layout for the
actual stream. Yeah, I mean I've always made the stream UIs. I kind of like the bubbly thing going there. Through the years, you've seen my me evolve from in design, and do all right. A lot of back shadow drop. That's a lot of it. You got to put it everywhere.
We'll just figure out, I guess, how to implement that from OBS and stuff, because they have their own layers of things here.
Yeah, but yeah, I just thought that was cool, and honestly, we were just talking about it today, and it was like, yeah, let's do this, and so it is going to eventually come. I don't want everybody to think it's going to be like next week or anything, but we're going to play around with some things. I'm thinking Xbox Live Yellow. I've already told them. I made sure to put my idea out there. I've honestly never been able to make it work. I have played with designs and we're like, nope, can't make it happen. But maybe we'll crack this code.
I'll crack it, man. I'll make it happen.
But I'm a stickler. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be fun.
All right. Media. I can tell you right now, I've been watching a shitload of Battlestar Galactica. That's it. So my internet's been in and out. Like that's why we didn't do a show yesterday, because storm came by. My internet was out for like a day, and then it came back on for like 5-6 hours, and then it was off, and then it came back on, and then I was like, cool, we're going to be able to do the podcast, and it was off. And then today, for about, like I was telling them, for like 10 minutes, like I lost internet again about 2 hours before the show, and I was super worried that we wouldn't be able to do this. Like, I'm just glad somehow we were able to pull it off. And hopefully when we do the like new design templates and everything, I'm going to have Will as my backup. Probably. I'm forcing this on him now. Because he'll have all the content, I'll have all the stuff, and we'll figure it out in OBS, and he'd be able to stream to as well if for some reason I wasn't able to. And that way I would just be able to get on my phone, and we could still push out a podcast.
Yeah, well,
we'll have to talk. If there's off podcast conversations that have to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I say it on the podcast, it forces Will to say, "Oh fuck, I got to do this now." Yep. So that's the plan. That or Steph, one or the other. Or I'll have Eric do it.
Stuff on my computer to do it. Yeah. I do it already now. But anyway, as far as media goes, I watched the first episode of Umbrella Academy. It's pretty good.
Oh, I did finish that. I'm sorry. That's
you finished it?
I watched. I've seen them. Well, who's messing with their mic? that is very
Okay.
annoying, and it is
I think I may
destroying
have
the
unplugged mine.
podcast.
Go ahead. Can you?
All right,
Can
but
you-
Umbrella Academy. It is.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it all the way through that whole season. Season 2. Yeah, it was really good. I always feel weird because I don't want to spoil it, especially since it just came out. Huh?
Don't spoil it.
No,
Don't
it's
spoil
like
it.
they how can I say this without spoiling stuff? They go back in time and they have an adventure and they
What?
change
You
things.
just spoiled it.
No, but that's like the basic synopsis for the entire season 2. It's not spoiling.
Don't
Like,
say
they
that
happened
there's
that
4 characters or 5 characters in the show.
They have superpowers and they do
No.
stuff and it's like they do stuff and like things happen and
at
then
the
like
end, look.
if one event happens another event follows it.
Oh,
Like
shit.
like it's just so wild. Like there's just it's like actions have consequences.
Yeah.
Like all those things happen in season 2. Because season 1 was none of that. It was just random clips of random things at random times. Like,
Yeah.
but no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Like I like when shows kind of they kind of turn it on its head a little bit, but it's still a lot of fun. The acting's still phenomenal. Like it's I enjoyed that. But that I think it's up there. I like these more weird shows. I like Umbrella Academy a lot. I like The Boys. I like Doom Patrol. Like they've all like kind of gone against the grain. Like because a lot of the Netflix superhero shows just turned into like how do we replicate Daredevil season 1, and then they kept making it. And Daredevil season 1 is awesome, and pretty much the whole Daredevil series is amazing.
Daredevil season 2 was good too. And
it's fantastic. Like all of them are fantastic. And then
I like all of them.
the other shows were just trying to rip them off, and it's just like it's not as good as Daredevil. And you always compare it to that because they're playing with that formula. Oh no, I'm talking about the Netflix Marvel shows.
Wait, what? All of those are ripping off Daredevil?
No, I'm just saying they're always going to be compared, and they're not as good.
I thought Daredevil season 1 was good, but it's not my favorite or the best to me. I think the best season 1 is Jessica Jones. Season 1 is the best to me out of all of those shows.
Okay.
Or maybe Punisher. Punisher season 1 was really, really good too.
I thought I thought he was a little better in Daredevil.
I was going to say I think Punisher season 1 is Daredevil season 2.
It was great. Yeah, but you can't call it Daredevil season 2 when it's actually Punisher season 1. That shit was fire.
No, but Punisher season 1 is really Punisher season 2.
I rewatched Punisher season 1 like 3 times.
I've rewatched Daredevil season 2 like 10 times, and that thing is amazing because it's the Punisher you wanted.
It is the Punisher I wanted.
Yeah.
And
then in the Punisher series, you're just like, I don't know if I signed up to have my like this emotional attachment to the Punisher.
But that hallway scene, bro.
I know it's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh man, I'm getting hyped just thinking about it.
But when he rolls up and kills all the mobsters and Daredevil, like, he's just a kick-ass character no matter what. Like it's hard to deny. It's a Punisher, but
who's DC Punisher? Would it be what's his name? It's not Deathstroke. It would be like
I watched that by the way too.
Oh, with the animated one where he's like where he's like like a magical dragon thing.
He is not a magical dragon.
Wait,
no, it's like it.
What is this?
No, it's like
there's a new animated DC show that just came out for Deathstroke called Deathstroke.
Something in dragon or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm misspelling it.
One sec. I'm gonna get the name. Y'all can talk. We don't need dead silence. Come on, people. Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
Knights
I
and
don't wanna cut
Dragons.
nobody
That's
off,
what it
man.
is.
Yeah,
Knights
there
and
you
Dragons.
Well, why are you trying to figure this stuff out? I'll just talk about what I watched real quick. I watched. Oh yeah, I already mentioned Umbrella Academy, but also I've been watching this other show. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, Death Note.
Oh, real quick. Vern is in chat. See, he
Oh,
joined
what's
us.
up, Vern?
Oh, Vern, what's up, brother?
See.
Darth
yeah,
Vidar wants you back on the podcast, apparently, Vern. So
Yeah.
I spread the word. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, I've been watching Death Note, man. It's a interesting anime. It's different. But I'm watching that. It's pretty dope. But shout out to This Is Not Okay. We talking about superhero Netflix shows. I mean, she's not a superhero right now, but she's got powers, so it's cool. I like that. I'm enjoying that. But did you find that Deathstroke?
Vern says he is down. So Darth
Awesome.
Vidar, Vern
You got your
said
wish.
he's down. All right. Other than that, I haven't really. So I watched the Deathstroke thing. That was fine. I mean, it's a starter movie to their new comic book animated series movies universe. Since the last movie ended like the Flashpoint part of it, so
Yeah.
I mean, starting with Deathstroke's cool. He's a cool character, and but it's about him and his children and his wife.
So it's a TV show. It's not a movie.
No, it's a movie. It's the
it is
animated
a
movie. Yeah.
Oh, animated movie. Okay, I'm definitely watching that this weekend.
Yeah, it's fun. It's worthwhile.
Okay. I'll tell you what else I watched.
Yeah, what else did you watch there?
I also watched. Let me look at this real quick. The new world's most wanted. You guys seen that on Netflix? The first episode's about El Chapo and his partner.
Yeah, I know about him.
I mean, yeah, I know about him, but I didn't know much about him
The
until
Mexican drug lord.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, he's a cat dude.
El Chapo in the middle. Did I say that right?
The middle.
No, the Mayo. El Mayo. I'm thinking that's the mayor. I don't know what the fuck this. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I watched that. It's pretty good. If you guys are into like crime stuff, it's really good. But my kids are actually going crazy right now because Sadly Devin Sins season 4 is out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your kids watch that?
Yeah, they watch that shit.
Oh, now your kids do, or?
Yeah, my kids do.
Isn't there like kind of like perverted little things in there?
I don't know, bro. I ain't never watched it, but I can tell you this: they spent like 3 hours on the porch carving wooden swords. So,
Interesting.
yeah. So, hey, it's what it is, man. It's too late. Can't stop it now.
Yeah, this is true.
Anyway, I also watched some Unsolved Mysteries. Have you guys watched that? The new Unsolved Mysteries?
I haven't seen them.
Yeah, you guys need to watch it. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. That's it.
Just all on Netflix?
Yeah, all on Netflix.
Okay.
I did watch all the One Piece, but I didn't think I needed to talk about that. All of the One Piece that came out on Netflix. Did you watch that, Dustin?
No.
Oh man, I had to
I've
watch
already
it.
seen One Piece like 3 times over. I need
Yeah,
to
but
actually.
it's on Netflix now, man. It's in its
I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch One Piece
Hey, you know what
again.
else I watched? I watched the Marineford battle in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Whitebeard's talking in English, and it was so funny. He's like, "Oh man, it's weird listening to his voice. He doesn't sound as cool, but I can at least understand him. He doesn't sound as threatening."
Okay.
But,
All right. What have you been playing, Steph? What games? Did you play the new Call of Duty? Did you go into the arena?
I had to download it. 38 gigs.
Yeah, I have not played it either. Well, I never made it into the arena. Like I had a weird glitch today. I had to go and delete all of Call of Duty and re-download it. It was not good. I was very upset. It was 100 gigs. Not a fan of having to re-download 100 gigs. Well, I
Shit,
specifically went out of my way to download the Warzone only version and not download Call of
only
Duty.
Warzone is 100 gigs.
Yep.
God dang.
So it was a 100 gig install, and I was not happy.
That's 10% of the PS5's hard drive space. Or that's more than 10%. That's like
Yeah.
13% because that's only 875 gigs.
Yep. Get ready for
Yeah.
the future.
That's why I
Gaming.
can't mess with that. It's too much, man.
What else? So I played a little bit of Warzone and Lost Odyssey. I've been putting in a little time in that, but mainly watching Battlestar. I played like 30 minutes more of The Last of Us Part 2. But yeah, I've been kind of all over the place in games, and with the internet being down and being part, game sharing, like my main console's been like kind of out of service. So, Vern wants to let us know that the animated background is sexy. See,
It is quite sexy.
yeah.
Vern knows style when he sees it.
All right.
Yeah,
what have you been playing anything else, Steph? I'm sorry. I know I just
I
went
also
around
play
what I've been-
Grounded, but I've been playing Destiny 2 quite a bit. I mean, I still play Call of Duty and all my other shit, but I try to go back to Destiny just because I really liked what I saw at the Xbox event, so I wanted to kind of get back into it. Just playing some multiplayer.
Are you excited for 60 frames per second, Destiny?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm locked in like a fucking slow box trying to play this shit.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
rough.
I don't
man.
play with my sensitivity up that high,
Me either.
like just because I'm so that's what I do. So I feel like I need to play with this shit on like 9 or 10 or some shit to feel smooth. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it is. Yeah, playing at FPS on 30 is very rare. You don't really see that too often, so it sucks that. But the upgrade is going to be very substantial because it's going to feel like amazing at 60,
Yeah.
especially after a Halo up their game on that one. So
Yeah.
It has to.
All right. Well, I don't know if I talked about it last week. I've been playing through Halo again.
yeah,
Did I
Yeah,
talk
you
about
did.
that? Okay. I have not had a chance to play through Halo 2 Anniversary yet. I know Vern is joining me and Maria in Halo 3, so we have to really storm through 2 to get him in there with us. I forgot that it took so long to get 4-player co-op in Halo. I could have swore it was in 2, but apparently I'm dumb and wrong.
Yeah, you are.
And yeah, I gotta wait till 3. But I will say those fucking games are great, and fucking love Halo because we've if you hadn't paid attention, we finished Reach, 4, 5, ODST, and I will say ODST does not hold up. 1, and now we're in 2. We're trying to do it all in heroic because she beat 1. Well, she beat all those in normal, and now she's becoming a real gamer, playing on heroic. I'm trying to get Vern and everybody to play on legendary, and really get crush any confidence they have left in their
Why you
gameplay.
trying to ruin their day like that? What's wrong with you?
To me, like, you can see all my co-op stuff is done on legendary because that's you play the first playthrough for story and fun, and then the second is to beat it on legendary and to get your ass beaten nonstop.
Dustin, I need your help in that fucking Sanghelios. It's the fucking worst in legendary.
Yeah.
No matter how much
Oh,
I
they're
try.
terrible. It's fucking awful and hard and
To be honest
fucking.
with you, I always played the shooters like that on the hardest difficulty the first time around.
No, fuck
single Call
that.
of Duty,
I want to
always
enjoy
played better.
it the first time, and then I'll go through the brutal task of trying to beat it.
Nah, because I don't want to play it again. Usually, I just want to get all the achievements the first time.
But we were curious, like, if Infinite's an open world, how open world Halo Infinite on legendary. It's gonna be fucking brutal. It's gonna be super brutal.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's gonna be so brutal.
It's gonna be rough, man.
It's gonna be terrible. But I'm gonna do it because we've been living the Grunt birthday party. Like, it's soldier on the getting headshots. It makes you better at headshots. It is a good game of just and it's such an awarding sound in visual. When you blow Grunt's head off.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think it's a good starter game, honestly, for most people with 2 thumbsticks. Like, play the original Halo and just keep working your way up on difficulties. And then having Grunt Birthday Party enabled, allowing people to like truly, awarding them for a headshot, not just a faster kill. Like, just like, yeah, like that stimulation in your brain really does work.
Yeah.
And it's funny. But yeah. I mean, I got better at headshots. But I would also recommend playing through Halo after playing so much Call of Duty. I like fucking pretty much bumped all the sensitivity up to 8 on all the axes. And it feels way more like COD than it does like original. Like, aiming in Halo slow. And it's just it speeds that game right the fuck up because the enemies aren't slow to turn their heads. So, like, yeah, it's definitely worthwhile speeding it up. All right, well, that's all I played. Will, do you have anything to add on before we end the show?
Yeah, I forgot to mention the media thing. My girlfriend got me into this fucking show. This is called Anne with an E. It's like a drama about a little girl that is orphaned, and then she finds a new couple that like like older couple to take care of her. It's pretty good. I like it. I usually don't like dramas. Anne with an E. So it's Anne and then with an E. Like, I mean, that's the whole. That's actually the whole name of it. Anne with an E.
What's that on?
Netflix.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe your wife will like that.
Y'all watched it together, so it's like a together.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm kind of forced to watch it, but as it is actually legitimately a good series. Like,
Last time you said that, I watched Lock and Key, so we'll take a word for it.
yeah.
Like that. We watched that whole. I was on vacation that week. We watched that.
Well, you still haven't seen Outlander, right? With your wife.
No, I haven't.
You gotta check that out with your wife. I think she'll like it. Outlander is really good. I'll recommend that one.
How you know what my wife like? How you know my wife?
Hey man, it's based on like romance novel, so there's no way she won't like it. But yeah. Besides that, I've been playing a little bit of PUBG because they got a new season out.
Is a Chinook remastered in there?
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's an amazing map now. But it's still
it was always amazing. What's wrong with you? Crazy.
But it's still PUBG, so you get your stupid fucking I'm sure mouse and keyboard people that are still there and bullshit ass hit detection.
You mean, is it crossplay with mouse and keyboard?
No, people cheating with the Zim.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's not taken out yet. But yeah, there's that bullshit hit detection, which is still annoying. Stuff like that, but like hacking, but it's still fun. I mean, like team play is probably the best way to play it, but because solo is very frustrating as well. Yeah, I've been playing that. Destiny as well, same as you, because I've been invested a little bit more money in there because I bought the battle pass, which is it's annoying because I have to grind for 3 different battle pass for Apex. Luckily that's done, but that PUBG, Destiny, that's a lot. You can barely play any other games.
I know.
Yeah, so there's that. Also played. I did. Let me see. I did have another game. Let's see. A little bit of Pillars of Eternity. Because the Avowed got me kind of interested back in
that universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to get into though. It's battles. Like I mentioned it last week, but battle system is very, very awkward. Yeah. Besides that, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I haven't bought any new games. Just grind on those 3 service-based games, really.
All right. Well, I think we fit it all. I appreciate Paul Obi Wang for writing in.
I'm about to hit the bed because I got to get up in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We got Infinity Line. Shout out to you, Darth Vidar.
That's Infinity Line, Darth Vidar.
And Vern. Shout out.
Yeah. Absolutely, Vern. Vern, of course, Vern.
Yeah, shout out to Vern.
Vern's the man. And then I'm sure Psychotron is also going to check it out.
Somewhere, yeah.
And Wolverine, aka Prophecy. Always a good dude as well.
Yeah.
All of those guys. All of them.
all you
All
fellas.
the people that I can't name.
Mighty
Appreciate
Moss 2K always pimps us out on his podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to my boy MM2K.
Yep.
He a little overboard with the Stadia stuff, but yeah,
I can't mess with him with the Stadia, but
Yeah.
shout out to
he be wilding with that Stadia shit. I love him to death, cool dude. But Stadia, he be wilding, bro. I thought he was joking at first. He dead ass. Y'all remember when that first came out? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the Stadia guy. It's gonna be me. Remember that shit? I was bullshitting.
I just throw it out there real quick. Vern is the Stadia guy.
Hey,
Vern loves Stadia. He does. You know what?
Stop.
We're gonna have him on
Yeah,
just to
stop
talk
that
about
shit.
Stadia.
Stop that shit, Vern. Okay.
Good playing on the run. Shout out to Dirk Griggity too on his We Bleed Green podcast. I've been doing some design work for him as well. So
I wanted to prop up the Recent Era forum. It's blowing up. I would recommend it. Like it seems to be good conversation, not a bunch of like political or any kind of crazy jazz to it. It's just like gamers talking about video games without going nuts.
Oh, you mean the Xbox era one?
Yeah, the Xbox. Yeah, Xbox era. Yeah.
A friend, Special Ed, is on the Xbox Era podcast and website. He's part of the crew. I love that's a really good podcast. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they opened up forums recently. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm really looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, it's a great channel. Definitely check Xbox Era as well.
Yeah, definitely. XboxEra.com. Check it out.
Yep.
But until next week, everybody, be safe, be healthy, and we will see y'all later. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.